Some people feel it's Jesus. Some people feel it's Mother Mary or whatever that you're going.
Mm-hmm.
So as I said, we're going to do this in a very ecumenical sense. We're not going to be denominational. But the idea of going into the light, I think we must, I personally believe that we are here to be in the light, to serve the light. And that is what we do, because darkness is all around us. The dark side, the entities, are all around us, and I mean human as well as non-human.
Mm-hmm.
I mean multidimensional, paraphysical, spirit, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe that those of us who try to make a difference in this world in a positive way are here to serve the light.
Mm-hmm.
Now, whether one goes into the light, I think this has become a metaphor to rising higher. Now, if you want to say heaven is in the sky, if you want to say the kingdom of heaven is within, those are all choices we have. Those are all options.
Yeah.
I'm not a dogmatist, Daniel.
Nice.
You know, I just will not say anything is one way, because you know, we have there are as many universes as our psyches wish to create.
Hold on now. Is there such a word as dogmatist? Did you just make that up?
A dogmatist?
Yeah. Did you just make that up?
No, I didn't make that up.
Okay. I like it. It's good. All right, let me ask you something. Have you ever watched Taps?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. In Taps, they always seem like they have like a night vision. And I have it on the television now. I'm being viewed in the night vision, so to speak. Why is it that ghosts seem to hang around in the darkness? You know, are they scared of the light? Or, you know, or somebody on their side saying, come to the dark, come to the dark. I mean, what's going on with that?
That's good. No, I think, okay. Now, diplomatic is also a word. So let's try to be diplomatic here, okay? Right. I think that for purposes of television broadcasting, for people to really understand, get an idea maybe of what TAPS or any other group is trying to present, there's going to have to be some kind of familiar structure. And so we think that it's always going to have to be dark, and it's always going to have to be, we can't have lights on,
right.
And we have to have some kind of night vision. And then we have to have some kind of instrument that we're measuring electromagnetic vibration, which could be coming from the television set, or could be coming from any number of things. So, again, I think we love gimmicks. I mean, wouldn't it be terrible to see a James Bond film if all he did is just have to take out his gun? I mean, if he didn't have all these little tricks and devices and things in the car. We love gadgets. So, therefore, when we will go ghost hunting now, we want to have as many gadgets as we can. And they may do nothing. They may mean nothing. I'm old school when it comes to that.
Yeah.
The only thing I ever brought with me was a tape recorder.
Yeah. I wonder, can you...
And, you know, I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying that I do not see the value of heavily laden. I think we're dealing with the mystical.
Okay.
I think we're dealing with the individual mystical experience. I think we all have to relate and comprehend on our level. What do we do ever since kindergarten or before?
Yeah.
We are each trying to make sense of the world. And now to throw in the afterlife and to throw in different dimensions, I mean, most poor little human brains are ready to pop.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you something. Can you poke a ghost in his big black eye?
I tried that once and went right through him.
All right. People expect that. Okay, let me get to a real... That wasn't a real question. I set you up on that one. Hey,
No. Let me tell you the story with it. You don't get off that easily.
Uh-oh.
You don't set me up and just walk away like that. I was with a police officer. Police officer friend of mine brought us into this haunting where the ghost had been seen again and again. Regularity. There are a few hauntings that are so regular that you can actually, bring an audience, so to speak. Well, my friend, suddenly he was the eye in the sky because he was also a pilot. So he had one of his friends, because we couldn't go into this mansion unescorted. We had to have a police officer. So this guy was a complete cynic. Not only a cynic, but he was a smart guy. So he's needling me all the time. And then this ghost appears, walking toward us across the yard. This is what they'd see. He would come across the yard, the entity, and then go into the house. So he says to me, and I felt he had it coming. He said to me, "What's that?" And I said, "I don't see anything." And he said, come on, look what's coming toward us." And I said, "I don't see anything." And just when he was pulling his service revolver out, I said, okay, that's what we're talking about. That's what we've come here to investigate. Nothing in the police manual handled that. So because we were standing right by the ghost, I couldn't resist. And I stuck my hand into the ghost, and it was like prickly, cold, prickly feeling.
Prickly, eh? Wow. Okay, man, it sounds like you're really, I don't know, man. It sounds like you're tangling with them ghosts there yourself there, Brad, but I guess you're qualified when that encounter happens.
No. There are no experts in this field, Daniel. Just some of us have had more experiences.
Hey, Brad, you mentioned just a few minutes ago about how that humans, we sort of like our tinker toys, our little asides, our little points of interest. Right. Somebody wrote a question and wanted to know, is it possible, I guess sort of in the Ghostbuster sense, to trap a spirit or a ghost in some sort of apparatus? Only if you're Bill Murray and Dan Aykroyd. Dang it. So it's not going to work. So there's nothing I can get off the internet to help me trap a ghost?
No. I mean, the very idea of that, think of it, it's a non-physical, ephemeral, ethereal entity. How could you trap it in anything? But it was a neat device, and I love the movie, and I love the theme song, so I mean. Okay, so you're saying that we don't have to worry about a giant marshmallow dude coming down the street? No, I didn't say that. Wait, huh? Okay. So you're saying there are some parts of it. So what do you, here's a question from David. He wants to know, what do you think about ghosts? But that's for you to deal with, Daniel. I mean, if he comes after you, I mean, all right, if I see a giant marshmallow dude, I'll say, Daniel Ott, he's been looking for you. Yeah. I don't know if you have a skewer that's big enough to put him in an open fire and light him on fire. That'd be some firestorm there. In fact, we have this question from the live chat. So what's your opinion of the ghost hunter shows that are out there? I know there's obviously some Hollywood involved. But if you've ever seen one, do you say, yeah, that's for real there? They've captured something on tape for real? Well, I like the guys. I've talked to them a number of times. I think the guys on the shows, I think they are experienced. I think they know their field. They know what they're doing. But I think, to try to film, it's so difficult because, I mean, come on, those of us and those of you listening who have been out it, you don't know. I mean, I said one house in all the years I've been doing it. This is in a university city, and the entity appeared with such regularity that, we took faculty member, skeptical faculty member, doubting faculty member, one after the other out to see for themselves. But the majority of cases, you're probably going to sit there all night, and then another night, and then the third night. I mean, before you